Welcome to Burgas, Bulgaria, and the European Cup Finals in rhythmic gymnastics. It's going to be quite a show, and this is just the beginning. The Black Sea port of Burgas, Bulgaria is renowned for its treasures of all kinds, including Olympic ones. Several of Bulgaria's Olympic champions have been born here, including the man who won the first ever Olympic gold medal for the nation back in 1956. And today, this city is the backdrop for the third edition of the European Cup in rhythmic gymnastics, and the welcome has been tremendous. It is the final day of competition in what has been an eventful week for gymnastics here, and some of the biggest fireworks may still be reserved for what we are about to see. Coming up, the individual cross battles, which is a way of determining the European Cup champion that is unique to this event. This is no regular all-around competition. And if you are not familiar with the format, things will become more clear as we go along. But what you need to know right now is that each of the finalists here have been drawn into a sort of competition bracket where they will compete one against each other in this first round with the hoop or with the ball. We will begin with these two, Stiliana Nikolova of Bulgaria and Bianca Rautu of Romania. More on them in just a second. But in this format, each gymnast will do her routine, and the one with the highest score will advance to the semifinal. This is a head-to-head. And then in the semifinal, the same thing will happen, a battle with one competitor versus another, with the winner advancing. In every round, half of the field will be eliminated until we are down to only 4 who will compete in the final round, and that will determine who wins the European Cup title and also who wins the bronze medal. Competitors being introduced now. There are 16 of them. And where they finished in the qualification does have an impact on who they will be competing against. The top qualifier, Nikolova, has drawn against number 16, that is Bianca Rautu of Romania. And the number 2 competitor will compete against the number 15 competitor, and so on and so forth. So really, in this first round, it's the competition in the middle of the order, the number 8 versus the number 9 competitors, that is likely to be the most competitive head-to-head. But as we have already seen numerous times in European Cup competition, we can be surprised. We were surprised yesterday in the group cross battles where Hungary emerged with the title over Bulgaria and over Israel. Could something like that happen today? Well, we are about to find out. In the 8 cross battles to come, the first 4 will compete with the hoop. The second 4 will compete with the ball. And then in the second round, the quarterfinal, those who competed with the hoop will perform with the ball, and vice versa. There are Olympians in this field, the likes of Vera Tugalukova, who represents Cyprus. We will also see some of the stars of the European Junior Championship last year, namely the 2 Israelis in this competition, Maitel Mayan Sumkin and her teammate Alona Talfranco. Both of them have performed very well so far. There's also Amalia Lika to keep an eye on. She went out early in the competition at the last European Cup 2 weeks ago in Baku, but she's got another shot here, and she's starting on a very strong apparatus for her. Fantastic sense of theatricality in this presentation. Often in competitions in Bulgaria, we are joined by young men from the recent nearby Naval Academy who help usher the gymnasts to and from the carpet and assist in the award ceremonies too. Always a beautiful display. And competition will be underway in just a few moments. We will begin with the hoop, and we will see 4 cross battles with that before moving to the ball. This is the round of 16. And buckle up because it's about to get exciting. This competition is taking place in a marvelous setting, this arena perfectly equipped for rhythmic gymnastics. Of course, one needs a venue with high ceilings. It's actually in the directives of the competition when the bid is made for the host city that they must have an arena with something like 45 feet of height because the gymnasts will be throwing their apparatus very high. And the city of Burgas has laid out an excellent welcome to all of its gymnasts. This is the home city of Stephanie Kiryakova, a Bulgarian group member who won Olympic gold with the Golden Girls in Tokyo. And so this is a place that knows something about rhythmic gymnastics and putting on a great competition. And very early on here, we will be having a look at Styliana Nikolova of Bulgaria. She has come to this competition with 4 new routines for the year. Gymnasts don't always change their routines every year. Sometimes a routine that's very popular can be performed for 2 years. That was the case with Nikolova's iconic ball routine that she used in 2023 and 2024 to the theme of Arabian Nights. It fit her so well. We'll actually be seeing her new ball routine should she make it into the second round. But we will begin with the hoop. Styliana Nikolova of Bulgaria leads the way, 19 years old, a Paris Olympian, the reigning European all-around champion, and also the reigning European Cup champion. There are big expectations on her, and this is a big routine.
You have to understand the way I am. Mein Herr, a tiger is a tiger, not a lamb, mein Herr. You'll never turn the vinegar to jam, mein Herr. So I do what I do. When I'm through, then I'm through, and I'm through. Toodaloo. Bye, bye, my leaf. Farewell, my leaf. It was a fire, not fair, but now it's over. And though I used to care, I need the open air. You're better off without me, mine hair. Don't have your right, mine hair. I wonder why mine hair. I've always said that I was a rover. You can speak for mine hair. And bye-bye, bye-bye, my leaf hair. Farewell, my leaf hair. It was a fine affair, but now it's over. And though I used to care, I need the open air. You're better off without me. You'll get it without me, my
Styliana Nikolova of Bulgaria, channeling Sally Bowles. It's a very crowd-pleasing routine, as are all of Nikolova's routines. She was identified very young as a potential great for this nation. Actually born and raised in Cairo in Egypt, where her father, who competed for Bulgaria in the World Cup in football in the 1980s, had taken a coaching job. She used to return to this country every year for the national championships. And then when she was about 13, she was integrated into the national system and moved to Sofia full-time. And from there, the career just took off. Nikolova is a gymnast who is capable of handling a great deal of difficulty. And her routines are always just jam-packed. And this routine, absolutely no exception. So many complicated manipulations of the hoop, large rolls, catches where she passes through the hoop. All of those things contributing to her body difficulty, her apparatus difficulty. Apparatus difficulty really made up of tosses and catches and everything that is done in between. Look out for, amongst other things, what the gymnast is doing while the hoop is in the air and how the gymnast tosses and catches the hoop. One routine down for Nikolova. Her competitor in this round is 15-year-old Bianca Rautu of Romania, the 16th strongest. Here she goes with the hoop.
We change the weather, yeah. I'm feeling heat in December when you found me. I've been dancing on top of cars and stumbling out of bars. I follow you through the dark, can't get enough. You're the medicine and the pain, the tattoo inside my brain. And baby, you know it's obvious. I'm a sucker for you. Say the word and I'll go anywhere blindly. I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Any road you take, you know that you'll find me. I'm a sucker for all the subliminal things no one knows about you, about you, about you, about you. And you're making the typical me break my typical rules. It's true, I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Sucker for you. Yeah. On top of cars and stumbling out of bars. I follow you through the dark, can't get enough. You're the medicine and the pain, the tattoo inside my brain. And baby, you know it's obvious. I'm a sucker for you. I'm a sucker for you.
Stylish work from Bianca Rautu of Romania, making her international European Cup debut here. Rautu comes from the city of Iași, which is the same city of Andreea Verdes, longtime Romanian national team member. And we've seen two routines with the hoop, very different in terms of musical choice, composition, and it's just so interesting because it shows the variety that there is, that rhythmic gymnastics encompasses. So many styles, so many ways to do a routine, so many ways also to build the difficulty. So this is the first of 8 battles that we will see in this round of 16. Each gymnast trying to advance to the quarterfinal. And just some lovely moments of camaraderie between the Bulgarian and Romanian coaches. Something that's become a bit of a trend here, popularized by Stiliana Nikolova, is taking off one's medals and actually giving them to the coaches. And indeed, 30.533 is a fantastic score for Nikolova, 24.166 for Rautu. A very honorable effort from the young 15-year-old, but it is Stiliana Nikolova that wins this one, and by some margin. We will move right on to the second battle in this round of 16. And we will continue things with a young gymnast from Azerbaijan. Just 16 years old, here is Govhar Ibrahimova. Govar Ibrahimova of Azerbaijan, the 8th strongest qualifier, somebody who has the potential to go very far in this competition. Actually, both of the Azerbaijani gymnasts that we are going to see in this round were once part of the Azerbaijani junior group and now have broken out as individuals. Ibrahimova won 3 bronze medals with the group at the 2023 Junior World Championships in Romania. She also has 3 junior European bronzes as a group member. And with this apparatus, she was actually 4th at the European Championships last year. Her early balletic training certainly comes through in this routine. She has lovely releve position. And the catches in particular, and when they weren't done with her hands, were very well handled. All of that bodes quite well for the future. 23.5 was her score with the hoop in qualification. We'll see how that holds up against her competitor in this round. Representing Cyprus, the 9th strongest in the all-around in qualification, here is 16-year-old Maria Avgusti. Performing to music from West Side Story and just hanging on to the hoop at the end of that routine is Maria Avgusti of Cyprus. This tends to be a very good scoring apparatus for her. And indeed, she did have the higher score compared to Govar Ibrahimova in the qualification. There were just 1 or 2 times during that routine where she kind of just barely got her hands on the apparatus, including at the end. And she did very well to do that because there's a significant deduction if the apparatus is not in control at the end of the routine. So we will wait and see. Maria Avgusti comes from the very beautiful city of Limassol on the southern coast of Cyprus, right on the Mediterranean. She made her European Championship debut as a senior last year, finished 24th in the all-around and also 17th with the ball. That was her strongest apparatus there. And if she does make it into the next round, the ball is what she'll be performing with. Some slightly nervous moments for both competitors now as they await their scores. This one feels tough to call, but finally it is Maria Avgusti, 27.3. She is well up from the qualification and looks thrilled with that score. 25.133 for Govar Ibrahimova. That too is better than what she did in the qualifying. So a positive result, really, for both gymnasts when you look at the numbers, but it is Maria Avgusti of Cyprus who will move forward. As will we in just a moment with our third cross battle. The first gymnast taking to the carpet is the young hope from Romania. She celebrated her 16th birthday last week. And this is an absolutely glorious routine. Enjoy this from Amalia Lika. Amalia Lika is making her much anticipated way into the senior ranks this season, doing very well indeed. I mentioned before, she was the great hope of Romanian rhythmic, is the great hope of Romanian rhythmic gymnastics, the absolute star of last year's Junior European Championships, where she won 3 gold medals. The first Romanian rhythmic gymnast to win gold at the European Junior Championships. She also has a world championship in the junior division, silver medal with this apparatus, the hoop from 2023. This is a routine that she has kept in her transition from the junior to the senior ranks. It's absolutely brilliant and suits her so beautifully. It's actually to music that was composed for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games by the very celebrated artist Woodkid. And it's the only routine that she has held over from last year. And watching it, well, it's easy to see why, isn't it? Amalia Lika actually competed at the European Cup in Baku 2 weeks ago. And in the first round, she performed with the ball. That was where she drew in with her teammate facing against her, Andrea Verdes. And it was Verdes who got the better of her. This is a very strong start for Amalia Lika. Her competitor with the hoop is Teresa Stankova of Czechia. She's 19. Competed at the World Championships 2 years ago in Valencia with the Czech group. Here she is making her way as an individual now. Difficulties towards the end of that first routine for Teresa Stankova of Czechia. Unfortunate for the 19-year-old. She lost control of the hoop, which slipped out of bounds, necessitating the use of the replacement apparatus. And that in and of itself carries 1.6 points in deduction. She will probably also have an additional deduction for what they call a severe technical fault that interrupts the routine for more than 4 seconds while she took care of the business of getting the replacement apparatus. And that comes with another 0.6 of a point deduction. So really she's lost for that one error more than 2 points. Very unfortunate. And it is very, very likely that we will see the gymnast who advances out of this cross battle is Amalia Lica of Romania. I mentioned earlier that Teresa Stankova was a member of the Czech group, and it's very difficult, although we do see it, to transfer from group competition to individual competition. As former group members have explained, with group competition, so much relies on collaboration. But when you're all alone on the carpet as an individual, well, everything is down to you. It's just a different optic for it. And their confirmation of the result, Amalia Lica, 28.666. That too, way up from her qualification. Everybody has brought their A game. Teresa Stankova, 22.233. So into the quarterfinal goes Amalia Lica of Romania. And we move to the last cross battle with the hoop in this round. We are about to have a look at our first competitor from Israel. She happens to be the junior world champion with the hoop. She is all of 16 years old. Here is Alona Talfranco.
Welcome to the show, let everybody know I'm done playing the game, I'll break out of the chains. You better buckle up, I'll pour another cup. This is my boy, so drink it up, my friend. My heart beats like a drum. Tell you a tale about life, but the good and the bad, better hold on tight. Who decides what's wrong, what's right? Everything is balanced, everything's light. I got so much on my mind. I'm so pumped, I'm so psyched. It's bigger than me, I'm getting so hyped. Like, let me taste the lows and highs. Let me feel that burning fire. This story is my truth. I went to hell and back to find myself on track. I broke the code, oh, like night. I just gave it some time. Now I found paradise. I broke the code, oh.
Alona Talfranco of Israel. Some difficult moments in that routine for the young gymnast from Israel. As mentioned before, she is the reigning world junior champion with this apparatus. But what we might be seeing here is something that the difference between senior and junior level competition, the difficulty gets so much harder when you enter the senior ranks. And she has certainly upgraded this routine to be competitive. Unfortunately, today, it just didn't quite work out. She was in the top 7 with the hoop earlier this week in qualification. And Eurovision fans will recognize the music. That is an orchestral version of The Code by Nemo, which won the Eurovision Song Competition last year. Eurovision happened to be held last night in Switzerland. But if you haven't watched it yet and you don't know who won, not to worry, we won't tell you. Very difficult routine, this, for Ilona Talfranco. Is part of the learning experience, but it's certainly not always easy. The score that she carried in, 25.366. This score, with needing to use the replacement apparatus and then another bobble of the hoop where she had to take 2 or 3 steps to re-grasp it earlier in the routine, might have phased her a little bit. It's probably going to not be in or around the 25 mark. And what that means is that the gymnast coming out now has a great opportunity. She comes from the city of Prague. Here, representing Czechia, is Karolina Havlíková, 12th in the all-around in the preliminary.
Sole sono le parole, ma se vanno scritte tutto può cambiare. Senza più timore te lo voglio urlare. Questo grande amore, amore. Dimmi perché quando penso solo a te. Dimmi perché quando vedo solo te. Dimmi perché quando credo solo in te. Grande amore. Dimmi che non mi lascerai mai. Dimmi chi sei, respiro dei giorni miei, amore. Dimmi che sai, che solo me sceglierai, ora lo sai, questo è il mio unico grande amore. Sei il mio unico grande amore.
What a lovely presentation that was. Karolina Havlíková of Czechia. We seem to be in the Eurovision segment of musical choices in this competition. That was Grande Amore by Il Volo, Eurovision entry from Italy about 10 years ago. And a wonderful choice for her. Really allows the elegance of her presentation to come out. Karolina Havlíková made her World Cup debut in Milan last year. She also did hoop and clubs at the European Championships in Baku 2 years ago. Really one to keep an eye on. Unfortunately for Ilona Talfranco, she did really open the door for Havlíková. And there is the confirmation. Havlíková wins the battle 24.866 to 24.499 for Ilona Talfranco. So it was close, but indeed Havlíková had the cleaner performance, although not necessarily the difficulty of Talfranco. But that is the way it goes in cross-battle competition. You don't necessarily need to win the entire thing. You just need to be a bit better than the gymnast you're up against. So 4 quarterfinalists have been determined. Stiliana Nikolova of Bulgaria, Maria Avgusti of Cyprus, Amalia Lika of Romania, and Karolina Havlíková of Czechia. 4 more still to come. Here is the second Bulgarian entrant, 17 years old, 6th in the all-around in qualification. This is a very good event for Dara Stoyanova. Dara Stoyanova of Bulgaria. Just one more example of the potential and promise that the Bulgarian school of rhythmic gymnastics, the nation's rhythmic gymnasts as a whole, hold. She's well accustomed to settings like this. She competed actually on Bulgaria's Got Talent when she was just 7 years old. And she got into the final for her portrayal of a very flexible, fire-breathing dragon that was inspired by Game of Thrones. And now, 10 years later, she is on the national team. Some really dainty apparatus handling in that exercise, some great moments. She does not look entirely satisfied, perhaps, and that's because she will know there were one or two moments where the apparatus nearly got away from her. Some small deductions were admitted that will be picked up by the judges. But she has absolutely everything she needs to have really big international success. To wait and see what the ultimate result is. Stoyanova's competitor here is Nino Kvantiliani of Georgia, 11th strongest in the all-around, the Georgian national champion.
Je suis pas tout seul à être tout seul, ça fait déjà ça de moins dans la tête. Et si je comptais combien on est? Beaucoup, tout ce à quoi j'ai déjà pensé, dire que plein d'autres y ont déjà pensé, mais malgré tout, je me sens tout seul. Du coup, j'ai parfois eu des pensées suicidaires et j'en suis peu fier. On croit parfois que c'est la seule manière de les... Tu sais, j'ai mûrement réfléchi et je sais vraiment pas quoi faire de toi. Justement, réfléchir, c'est bien le problème avec toi.
Sixteen-year-old Nino Kvantiliani of Georgia. It was such a big moment for her when she won the national title of her country, having competed with clubs and ribbon at the Junior World Championships 2 years ago. She was 24th at that event with the clubs. This is really the first look we have had of her with hoop or ball. It's a routine that just brims with passion. You can feel the dedication to her craft coming in, and that's important when it comes to the artistry score. The judges do want to see things like body expression, the sense of story development, even facial expressions can come into it. The winner in this round, however, is Dara Stoyanova of Bulgaria. 25.266 with the ball, 22.666 the score for Nino Cavantaliani of Georgia. So we will be seeing more of Dara Stoyanova. Next with the hoop, 2 Bulgarians so far in the quarterfinal. Here's a look at the battles to come. And we move forward with the second Cypriot competitor, very young but very experienced, Vera Tugalukova of Cyprus. And like we saw from Nikolova with the hoop, this is a performance to music from Cabaret.
You have to understand the way I am, mein Herr. A tiger is a tiger, not a lamb, mein Herr. You'll never turn the vinegar to jam, mein Herr. But I do what I can, inch by inch, step by step, mile by mile, man by man. Mein lieber Herr, farewell, mein lieber Herr. It was a fine affair, but now it's over. And though I used to care, I need the open air. You're better off without me, mein Herr. Bye, mein Herr. Du kennst mich wohl, mein Herr. Bye, 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 my lieber Herr. Farewell, my lieber Herr. It was a fine affair, but now it's over. And though I used to care, I need you open air. You're better off without me. You'll get on without me.
A toe-tapping routine from Vera Tugalukova of Cyprus with the ball. As we saw once already today, she made a very quick grab. Excellent reflexes of the ball right at the end of the routine. She actually saves one of her most difficult risks for the last 5 seconds, the high throw of the ball, several forward rolls, and then what looks like it might be an unsighted catch while she's on the ground. All of that give her a lot of difficulty, but it also makes it very difficult when you're hard to end the routine that way. When it's hard to end the routine that way. Vera Tugalukova competed at the Paris Olympic Games last summer. She finished 16th in the all-around, and she's had very good results this season as well, including a third-place qualification into this cross battles event earlier this week. She's really been on form lately. She too has a whole slate of new routines for the 2025 season. And we will wait to see the result for Vera Tugalukova. In the meantime, this is her competitor, Nikolina Lekovic of Serbia, the 14th strongest in the qualification. 20-year-old from the city of Kruševac. What an excellent save by Nikolina Levkovic of Serbia right at the end of her routine. She was dangerously close to going out of bounds, but somehow managed to snatch the ball out of the air and get control of it. Well done to her. We should note that in rhythmic gymnastics, if the apparatus touches the ground out of bounds, there is a 0.3 of a point deduction for that. But if it just crosses the plane of the line, there is no deduction. Levkovic comes from one of the ancient Serbian cities, established in the year 1371. She's highly experienced, competed at the European Championships last year and the World Championships in Bulgaria in 2022. She's been very consistent in her results. She doesn't have a particularly strong apparatus, but she doesn't have a weak one either. And Tugalukova advances with the ball. 26.633 for the young Cypriot. 24.1, a valiant effort by Nikolina Levkovic of Serbia. We have 2 cross battles to come. Both will be presentations with the ball. And the first pits Azerbaijan against France. A young and relatively inexperienced competitor from Azerbaijan against someone who's very experienced from France. We will start off with Azerbaijan's Zara Jafarova, 16 years old, a member of the junior group, now competing as an individual. Here she goes with the ball.
Dicen que lo nuestro está prohibido, que es el veneno del pecado y un mal trago del destino, que solo somos dos amantes escondidas, que tú me harás una infeliz toda mi vida. ¿Qué me importa? Si te quiero, ¿qué me importa? Dicen que vivimos una farsa y es mentira. Los amores del universo, que desde tu corazón me suban sentimientos. Diles que nuestro amor será infinitamente eterno, que cuando me besas el mundo calla en su silencio, entre huracanes de pasión sin límites. Diles que vivo y muero para darte amor. Diles.
Zara Jafarova of Azerbaijan. Just 16 years old. Actually, both of the Azerbaijanis that we have seen in this competition came from the group that won 3 bronze medals at the Junior World Championships in 2023. She competed also at the World Cup in Tashkent this year, 31st in the all-around, and at the Baku World Cup, the absolute marquee event for Azerbaijani gymnasts in rhythmic. Her best result there was with the hoop. This routine was slightly difficult. Some quick thinking at the end on her part, make sure that she controlled the ball. And then one risk that didn't quite work, it actually involved chaîné turns, which were lovely. And on the last turn, she actually splayed her arms out. It's a wonderful point of style. And just wasn't able to get under the ball in order to make a clean catch. So that will cost her some points, likely in difficulty and execution, but it's not as bad as it might have been. Now, to the French entrant here, 20 years old from Montpellier. Now on the carpet with the ball, Lily Romanaccio, 10th overall in the qualification.
I was told that walking through a doorway could cause someone to forget even the most precious memories they had. Memories of good, memories of bad, memories of love and of loss. So here we are. I could never forget you. Day after day, night after night, I will find you again. Just like that.
Oh, there's such delicacy to that performance by Lily Romanaccio of France, competing to a spoken word performance by an artist named Forrest Black that is called Find Me. And for her, getting the ball out of the way in the early round and doing a routine that was fairly clean will feel pretty good, most likely, because in the ball competition, in the qualification, she was actually 18th out of 18 competitors with this apparatus. 16.916 was her score, and it's going to be much higher than that here. It was her lowest score by some way. So it is very nice for her to end her competition with the ball with this routine compared to the one that she did in qualification. And perhaps there's some relief that is palpable. She actually moved to Italy last August, to Udine, to train under Spella Dragash, a very well-renowned coach in Italy whose daughter Tara actually competed at the European Cup in Baku 2 weeks ago. Tara Dragash making her way on the Italian team, just like Lily Romanaccio of France. And it is Romanaccio who will move forward, 24.416, 7.5 points higher than what she presented in the qualification round. Just extraordinary. 23.099, the score for Zara Jafarova. She concludes her competition. Just 2 more to go with the ball in this head-to-head. 2 junior competitors who were both stars turned senior. The first represents Israel. Performing with the ball now, Maitel Mayim Sumkin, the reigning junior European champion with this apparatus.
No more tears, my heart is dry. I don't laugh and I don't cry. I know I said that I was shy, but rich men can't imagine power. One day, baby, we'll be old. Oh, baby, we'll be old and think about the stories that we could have told. One day, baby, we'll be old. Oh, baby, we'll be old and think about the stories that we could have told. One day, baby, we'll be old. Oh, baby, we'll be old. Oh, baby, we'll be
Oh, no question. She is one to watch. 16-year-old Maital Mayam Sumkin of Israel. She won 2 gold medals at the Junior European Championships last year, and she is well on her way in her senior debut season. It's a most interesting routine, particularly if you are an avid watcher of artistic gymnastics as well. There are several what might be termed artistic gymnastics elements that she does. Of course, in rhythmic, they are actually called pre-acrobatic elements. The first comes right off the top of the routine, essentially a backward roll push to handstand, which in artistic gymnastics is called backward extension roll. Very rare to see that in rhythmic. She does it beautifully. She's also got a switch leap and great power on it too. In the routine, some butterflies, a great choice of elements, displaying variety. 1 or 2 nervous moments as well in this exercise where her control of the ball might have been cast into question somewhat. But on the whole, it was a very clean and complete exercise from Maital Mayam Sumkin. This was actually her lowest scoring apparatus in the qualification. The final competitor in this round of 16 represents Georgia. 17-year-old Mariami Kajaya hails from Tbilisi. Here she is with the ball. A classic tango and just a bit of improvisation at the end from Mariami Kajaya of Georgia. She was the first reserve at the European Cup in Baku for this competition 2 weeks ago. Well done to her for making it into the top 16 here. just 17 years old, but so highly experienced already. She has been to 3 different European championships. And at the Sofia World Cup this year, her best performance was with the ball. It's really too bad about the slight error at the end. We'll see what the judges do with it, because there was a question of, was she actually in control of the apparatus at the end of the routine? And there will be the deductions for the apparatus going out of bounds, I believe. But overall, quite a save. Maitel Mayim Sumkin of Israel facing off with Mariami Kajaya of Georgia. And it is Maitel Mayim Sumkin who advances to the quarterfinals. The field is set. 27.666 for Sumkin against 21.866 for Mariami Kajaya of Georgia. The field halves with every round. And we conclude the round of 16 thus. Here's a look at what we have seen with the ball. Moving forward, Dara Stoyanova of Bulgaria, Vera Tugolukova of Cyprus, Lili Romanashto of France, and Maitel Mayim Sumkin of Israel. And that seems pretty cut and dried. If you want to follow the scoring, results.smartstoring.com will help you out.
Kissy face, sent to your phone, but I'm trying to kiss your lips for real. Red hearts, that's what I'm on, yeah. Come give me something I can feel. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? See tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the
It's whatever you like. Turn this opposite into a club. I'm talking drink, dance, smoke, free, party all night. Come on, go, what's up? Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the
Hey, so now you know the game. Are you ready? Cause I'm coming to get you. Hold on, I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way. Hold on, I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way.
Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the
Just meet me at
just meet me at the just meet me at the
The round of 16 being complete, we will move forward with the quarterfinals. Those who competed with the hoop in round 1 will now perform with the ball. And once more, we will start off with Stiliana Nikolova of Bulgaria. This time, her adversary will be Maria Avgusti of Cyprus. And we will then see Amalia Lika of Romania, who is about to be presented. She will compete against Karolina Havlikova of Czechia with the ball. Lika versus Havlikova. And from there, we move on to the gymnasts competing with the hoop in this quarterfinal. We will have another chance to watch Dara Stoyanova of Bulgaria. And her opponent in this round, Vera Tugalukova of Cyprus. In the qualification, Lily Ramanashto of France was excellent with the hoop. It was her highest scoring apparatus. That could bode well in this matchup. Her opponent representing Israel, Maitel Mayam-Sumkin. So back we go to the top of the order. Competition will be underway in the quarterfinal in just a few moments. Once again, leading us off, Stiliana Nikolova of Bulgaria. 19 years old and arguably the most experienced competitor in this field. And this is her signature apparatus. ball, put it in the hands of Styliana Nikolova, and you get magic. That was brilliant to watch. The orchestration was phenomenal. And it was a real challenge, too, for the Bulgarian choreographer to come up with a routine that was as special as the Arabian Nights that she did in 2023 and 2024. But I think they've done it. And not only is the choreography lovely, perfectly set to the choice of music, Le Grand Bal, but her technique is just so glorious. Penché pivots that seem to go on for days. Fantastic side scale pivot in that exercise as well. It's one of the great compliments that one can pay to a gymnast, to say that they make what they do look easy. And in her case, the difficulty is very high, but she does achieve that. And now to Cyprus and Maria Avgusti. Here she is with the ball. Maria Avgusti performing to the French entrant from Eurovision last year. A really beautiful love song. There's a lot of grace in her choreography. Nicely orchestrated to the song. There was, of course, one place where she did give away several tenths of deduction, but saved herself a bigger deduction by grabbing the apparatus before she went out of bounds, but was very just close. Gymnasts quite attentively waiting for their score. Styliana Nikolova had a brilliant turn with the hoop, and we might see another mark over 30 here. Not quite, but very nearly. 29.532 for Nikolova, a full 4 points ahead of Maria Avgusti. Our first semifinalist is from Bulgaria, Styliana Nikolova, advancing well. We will continue with the ball. And Amalia Lika, the 16-year-old from Romania. This is the apparatus that she actually went out on at the European Cup 2 weeks ago in Baku. Let's see what she is able to do here. there's a sense of playfulness to the choreography of this routine that she carries off so well. She really interacts with the crowd and with the judges. And technique-wise, it was a stronger performance, it looked like, than what she did in Baku 2 weeks ago. So that shows a nice progression. This, along with her clubs and ribbon exercises, are new for her this year. And so she still might be getting used to some of the choreography and technique. Always good to have a chance to refine and perform on an international stage, to soak up all of that pressure and learn to use it to your advantage. The second routine now for Karolina Havlíková of Czechia. The ball was her weakest scoring apparatus in qualification, but of course scores don't count over here. This is an opportunity. Oh, that was a difficult one for Karolina Havlíková of Czechia. It went a bit wrong in the first minute of the routine, and then the mistakes just kind of compounded themselves. That said, she has some excellent apparatus difficulty work, catching, using her back and not her hands. We saw that twice after throws. Very suave. Lovely use of butterfly jumps, just like we saw with the hoop as well. Clearly, it's a routine to learn from, and she does have time. She's just 18 years old after all. And for most of these gymnasts, they are looking at competing at the European Championships, which are just 2 weeks away in the gorgeous city of Tallinn in Estonia. Many of them will be familiar with Estonia, having traveled perhaps to Tartu for the yearly Miss Valentine competition, sort of the unofficial season opener for elite gymnasts. Tallinn is very excited for this competition, and so are we. The judges taking their time, but no surprise in the results. Amalia Lika goes through to the semi-final. The score 27.166 for Lika, 18.7 after the difficulties for Karolina Havlikova. And we will see Lika perform with the clubs against Stiliana Nikolova in the semifinal. Moving on now, an energetic entrance from Dara Stoyanova of Bulgaria. 17-year-old, 9th with the ball, and 17th in the all-around at the Baku World Cup a few weeks ago. She has the chance to become a semifinalist here. What a finish from Dara Stoyanova of Bulgaria. Spectacular flourish on the end of her routine with the hoop. One of the things that makes her such a pleasure to work with, her coaches say, is that she has a great ability to concentrate. And she's always had that, even when she was much younger. Her character is serious, and she really seems to be taking full advantage of this opportunity. She shrugged off the small errors that she made with the ball. Overall, this hoop routine was far cleaner. And that should be reflected in the score. Hoop was her highest scoring event by almost a full point compared to everything else in the qualification. Clearly, it's her strong point. High fives all around for a pleased-looking Daria Stoyanova. Well deserved. And now comes a very worthy opponent. Vera Tugolukova has really done it all, and she is excellent with this piece too. But can the 16-year-old rise to the challenge posed by Dara Stoyanova?
Suoni per sempre il sogno mio d'amore, l'ora è fuggito, muoio disperato, vai tanto la vita, l'ora è fuggita, muoio disperato,
The history maker from Cyprus, Vera Tugalukova. So young and already so accomplished for her nation. This is a competition that she'll have very good memories of. Last year, she took silver with the ribbon and Hoopin' Club's bronze at the inaugural European Cup in Baku. And she's on a very good way so far in 2025 as well. She took Cyprus's first ever World Cup gold medal in Baku. And that was with the ball. She certainly doesn't shy away from big orchestration in her routines. And there's plenty of difficulty folded into everything that we just saw from her as well. Hoop was not her best scoring apparatus in qualification. She carried in a 26.666. And compared to that, Stoyanova was higher. But it's a new day. However, the result is the same. Dara Stoyanova of Bulgaria winning 28.633, ejecting Vera Tugalukova, who had 28.332. It was a very close margin. But we have two Bulgarians in the semifinal. Dara Stoyanova, just 17 years old, joins Stiliana Nikolova, and the two will not face each other in the next round. So there is the potential, maybe, of a Bulgarian versus Bulgarian battle for gold, but it is too early to call that. Two excellent competitors still to come, performing now with the hoop, representing France. Here is Lily Ramanatso.
When I walk the streets, kings and queens step aside. I want to tell you, pretty baby, what I see, I make my own. I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm back to the battle. I'm back to the battle. I'm back.
She just has not flinched at all. Lily Ramanatso of France. Hoop was her strongest scoring apparatus in the qualification. She broke the 27-point barrier, and she might well do it again with that routine too bad to the bone. She comes from an incredibly sportive family. Lily Ramanatso. Her grandfather competed in canoe slalom at the Munich Olympic Games in 1972. Her aunt was a former professional basketball player. Her cousin also involved in canoe slalom, representing France. And she actually came to rhythmic gymnastics because the 2011 World Championships were held in her hometown in Montpellier. She went, she was enthralled, and she decided that that's what she wanted to dedicate herself to. And so many years later, this is where it has brought her. She's also competed at European Championships, been a finalist at European Championships, as well as at the Junior World Championships back in 2019. It's been quite a journey. She says that one of her personal philosophies is essentially either you win or you learn. She's done quite a lot of both in her time on the national team. Now, representing Israel on the carpet is Maital Mayan Sumkin, the gold medalist with the hoop here in Burgas earlier this week.
Yeah, I'm on my way, I'm coming. 30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. But I gave you your chance to deliver. Give the people something different. My album, my album, my album, my album, my album, my album. Hope. Every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Love standing by the window thinking that he'll never be enough. 30 years of running, 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of fame, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of hate, 30 years of bitter, 30 years of lonely, 30 years of pushing everyone away. We are not enough, we are not the same. You don't have to cut, you're the one afraid. I'm the one in charge. I'm taking up, I'm taking up, I'm taking up. Brains.
Oh, very interesting indeed. She just lost a bit of composure right at the end of that routine. And as we know, the deduction that is implicated in that depends on how many steps she has to take to retrieve the apparatus. But she was the very best with the hoop in qualification here in Burgas. So it's going to be interesting. 1.4 or thereabouts was the margin that she had on Lili Ramanacho in qualification, but she's given back probably at least half of that just in the last 5 seconds of the routine. So this one is very hard to call. There's a lot of difficulty and daring in that work from Maital Mayan Sumkin of Israel. She was the second highest all-around qualifier behind Stiliana Nikolova as well. Put together a very, very good 4 apparatus total. And with the hoop, she is performing to what might be one of the songs of the year in rhythmic gymnastics, Hope, by the rapper NF. We've seen it already in group competition, occasionally in individual competition as well, and even in other disciplines of gymnastics, notably acrobatic. And it was a great effort by Lili Ramanacho of France, but Maital Mayan Sumkin claims this one, score 27.499. She is the 4th and final gymnast to make it to the semifinals. And well done as well, really, to Lili Ramanacho, whose competition has unfortunately come to a close. So the table is set. In the semifinals, we are down to 4. Stiliana Nikolova of Bulgaria will face Amalia Lika of Romania. Dara Stoyanova of Bulgaria, meanwhile, will go up against Maital Mayan Sumkin of Israel, everyone performing with the clubs. We will also take a short break And competition for the semifinal and final rounds in Burgas at this European Cup is imminent. For the moment, however, as my learned colleague Ollie Hogben often says, it is time, if you wish, to pop on the kettle, and we will be back in just a few.
cuando lo agarran haciendo un comentario de otra persona o alguien lo confronta, el por qué tú hablas tanto de esa otra persona te contesta. persona te contesta. Para la depresión, yo te recomiendo que brindes con veneno, te purifique, te sane en salud y deje de hacer esto. Porque eso no te lleva a ninguna parte. ¿Tú no eres feliz con eso? ¿Verdad que no? Solamente amargándote por los triunfos que tienen otras personas. Eso es envidia. El envidia no te lleva a ninguna parte, triunfos que tienen otras personas. Eso es envidia. El envidia no te lleva a ninguna parte. Vive tu propia vida. Agarra tu vida por los cuernos. Como dicen. Como dicen. Como dicen. Cuernos, como dicen. Como dicen.
Shook Avery's coming to town. Shook Avery's coming. Shook Avery's coming to town. You know that she's coming. She sting like a honeybee. Sweet pain coming over me. Skirt so short, gonna shock your mom. Make a man wanna break the law.
She's a doll in a tight dress, crying shame, looking like a hot mess. Shook's her name, bouncing in the bed, drinking all your gin, bumping in the shed, loving all your men.
Ain't no other woman like Shook. You know she's coming.
Ain't no other woman like Shook. Shook come across that county line, county line. Oh, Shook Avery, coming to town. Shook Avery, coming to town. Like a volume men and the young boys too. Got no friends and the one she's through. Shook Avery, coming to town. 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 Coming to town. Como dicen, tira por los cuernos, como dicen. Como dicen, como dicen. Como dicen, como dicen. Como dicen, como dicen. Tira por los cuernos, como dicen.
Débarque, chargé, armé de quoi cramer un bras. Donc tu sais qui se place, la rappel est de blagueur. Rafale de lyrics, le wack, on se mange et des claques. Get up, stand up, fuck toute la haine, seul, tout est dans le feeling. Smoke mon chat, fini, strass comme un ouf, arrache tout en souffre. En winning, c'est le, sur mic, c'est le. J'ai le feeling funky, tout le public est conquis. J'ai bien trop de style, viens plein de pop tous les conquis. Talentueux quand on parle de rap, venimeux, mais lyrics, c'est le après quoi, c'est dingue. Après si t'es dingue, jump out si t'es dingue. Dans la salle, tout le monde qui jump around, jump around. Jump around. au bas de gamme et toute la salle se transforme en une horde de bordel d'ambiance hors norme. Je veux que les lâches se rendent, on a le vrai jeu de jambes, ce qui fait que le sol tremble si les bandes du spot n'ont pas de bande. Le flow comme un piège, brève, clairement c'était feu que j'assiège. L'encre que j'ai déverse, c'est clair comme le verre, c'est les morts comme la hyène, les corps comme le guerre. Ambiance foule, faut que tu bouges dès que la foule se soulève, c'est fou, mais je fais bouger le boule de toutes les oulettes. Arrache ton style, y'a pas de coupice, nous quand on te shoot pour le kill, qu'on te shoot pour kill. Avant si t'es dingue, jump out si t'es dingue, dans la salle tout le monde qui jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around, jump out si t'es dingue. Offrez mon rap, que des têtes grillées à la recherche des. Approchez-vous et venez nombreux, piétiner les haineux, victimiser les grandes gueules, fort et fort les langues. Viens ici que je te mette bien, je veux que tu deviennes dingue. Yo DJ full fire, je veux toute la place soit full up, jump up, Leroy vient ma shop, les mics non-stop. Garde la pêche, arrêtez la lèche, c'est explicite, samouraï qui taille la fraîche. Approche si t'es dingue, jump up si t'es dingue, dans la salle tout le monde qui jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around. Jump up, si t'es dingue. Jump and jump, 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 jump and jump,
Competition is about to resume. We have the semifinals and finals to go here at the European Gymnastics Rhythmic Cup in beautiful Burgas, Bulgaria. From 16 competitors in the first round, we are down to the final four. 2 Bulgarians, 1 Romanian, and 1 gymnast from Israel will fight for the places on the podium And in this cross battles format, that means they go 2 by 2, competing with the clubs. Stiliana Nikolova of Bulgaria against Amalia Lika of Romania. In this semifinal round, everyone performs with the clubs. Ribbon will await the final to determine the bronze medal and the gold medal. But the second matchup will be between Dara Stoyanova of Bulgaria. She meets Maitel Mayan Sumkin of Israel with the clubs. We've already seen some surprises today. We could be in for more. The top score with the clubs in qualification belonged to Stiliana Nikolova, 29.083. She also had the best number with the ribbon, really flirting with that 30 mark. But this is a one and done kind of affair. It's not a typical all-around competition. You just have to be better than the gymnast that you are opposing.
Yo soy énfasis, DJ Alexi produciendo, reggaetón latino y más el álbum.
Elsewhere in the order, Amalia Lika, very strong with the clubs. 27.882 was what she had in the first round. And as ever, we commence with Stiliana Nikolova. 19-year-old Bulgarian is 2 routines away from her second European Cup title. What will she do with the clubs? Let's see. It's striking, isn't it, how comfortable Stiliana Nikolova has looked with all of her routines here in Burgas. There's a real maturity to her work, somewhat different perhaps than what we've seen early in the season in other years. Her technique has always been beautiful to watch. But it is the security with the throws and catches that belies how far that she has come. She said that she's been aiming to show a different character in her routines this year, a different side of herself. And by this point, she has become quite habituated to competing at the senior level. This is her 4th year as a senior. Hard to believe. She really came up in 2022, had a wonderful performance at the World Championships in Sofia, and that established her as one of the best on the international scene. Certainly a Bulgarian great as well. And she has just gone forward with that. Representing Romania now, here comes 16-year-old Amalia Lika performing with the clubs. This routine is set to music by Gloria Estefan. Another great routine from Amalia Lika of Romania, this time with the clubs. She's showing a nice progression in her senior international debut season. She went out in the first round of cross-battle competition 2 weeks ago in Baku. And here she is, fighting for the chance to make the podium. Very formidable contender she has in Stiliana Nikolova. But of course, each gymnast just has to do their own routine. And that's exactly what Amalia Lika is doing. Everything ratchets up when you enter the senior category. And she herself has said that it's not been quite what she expected, but she's getting used to it. And indeed, with every competition, she looks more composed, more comfortable, both on and off the carpet. No surprise really there, Stiliana Nikolova winning this battle, and into the gold medal final she goes. Lika will contend for the bronze against the winner of the battle that we are about to see. The first to take the carpet in the final battle of the semifinals at these European Cup Championships. Representing Bulgaria, this is 17-year-old Daria Stoyanova.
I see your red door, I want it painted black. I see a lot of colors and they're all painted black. With flowers and my love, both never to come back. I see people turn their heads and when we look away, like a newborn baby, it just happens every day.
Once again, another original and dynamic ending from Dara Stoyanova. In this young Bulgarian's work, you really can see echoes of past Bulgarian greats. Some of her choreography and sense of movement is rather reminiscent of Neviana Vladinova, who competed at the Rio Olympic Games, and there is maybe also a bit of Boriana Kalane in there too. Unfortunately, there was one place where she lost hold of a club, had to take a few steps to retrieve it. And that is perhaps why there's not a bigger celebration following the conclusion of this exercise. But my goodness, we cannot discount how far she has come and what she has accomplished. This is the biggest stage that she has ever been on at the senior level, the semifinal of the European Cup. And she has gotten 3 rounds in. She will contend at least for the bronze. But that depends on what this competitor does with the clubs. Maital Mayan-Sumkin of Israel has been very effective with this apparatus so far in Burgas. The question is, can she maintain that composure in this routine?
Stop. Don't say anything.
What a ride! Maital Mayan-Sumkin of Israel finishes off with the clubs, but we will see her perform again with the ribbon. The question is, will it be for bronze or for gold? But there is no doubt that she is such an exciting young contender. And whether she has gotten the best of Dara Stoyanova with this exercise remains to be seen. Both had a drop of 1 club. It's likely that Sumkin's deduction will be a bit less than Stoyanova's. But we'll see what the judges give this. Sumkin was 3rd with the clubs in the apparatus finals earlier this week. 27.766 was her score. And it is indeed Maital Mayan-Sumkin who goes through to the gold medal final. Brilliant performance with the clubs that. And so our table is set for the gold medal and bronze medal finals. They will be conducted with the ribbon. It will be Styliana Nikolova of Bulgaria against Maital Mayan-Sumkin of Israel for the gold. Amalia Lika will meet Dara Stoyanova of Bulgaria for the bronze. And once again, look at the incredible number posted by Styliana Nikolova with the clubs to win her battle against Amalia Lica of Romania. But we have to say that these finals, each round is new life. It does not matter what happened before. And that can be a positive thing or it can be a negative thing. You can be the top scorer in the first 3 rounds, but in the final, everything is erased and it's new life. And so both of these competitors have an equal chance of winning, really. We are going to see now a demonstration of acrobatic gymnastics by 2 of the most promising young Bulgarians, junior champions in this country. Enjoy the beauty of this dynamic performance. A lovely exhibition performance of the balance routine. Bulgaria has had wonderful success on the international stage in acrobatic gymnastics, notably at the Youth Olympic Games in 2018. And the Bulgarians won the gold medal in mixed pairs, the only time that acrobatic gymnastics has been part of the Olympic program, though it is striving to get back at least into the Youth Olympics. Before the final, we will have some exhibitions from young performers. Let's just sit back and enjoy.
Че съвсем сами този свят ще промени. Ще бъде детска планета, без глад и страх и война. Ще бъде детска планета, нашата земя. Ще бъде детска планета, надежда, мир, светлина. Ще бъде детска планета, най-красивата мечта. Не Poezja promení. Sztywny dziecko planeta, bezpłatnie znaki ponoć. Sztywny dziecko planeta, nasza ta ziemia. Sztywny dziecko planeta, nadejdzie świetle noc. Sztywny dziecko planeta, najkrasiwa ta wieczność.
Ain't got no home, ain't got no shoes, ain't got no money, ain't got no class, ain't got no skirt, ain't got no sweater, ain't got no perfume, ain't got no love, ain't got no faith. I ain't got no culture, ain't got no mother, ain't got no father, ain't got no brother, ain't got no children, ain't got no aunts, ain't got no uncle, ain't got no love, ain't got no mind. I ain't got no country, ain't got no schooling, ain't got no friends, ain't got no nothing, ain't got no water, ain't got no air, ain't got no smoke, ain't got no ticket, ain't got no water, ain't got no love, ain't got no faith, ain't got no God, ain't got no wine, ain't got no money, ain't got no bed, ain't got no God, ain't got no love. no call, ain't got no call, ain't got no call, ain't got no call, ain't got no call.
It all comes down to this. First there were 16, then there were 8, and now there are 4. We have 2 cross battles left, and this is the one that will determine the bronze medal. Amalia Lika of Romania against Dara Stoyanova of Bulgaria. Two young competitors just beginning to make their way in the senior ranks, but doing so brilliantly here at the European Cup. It is time for competition to begin with the ribbon. That will be what determines the medals. And this is a completely new life competition. That means that it does not matter what has come before with the hoop, with the ball, with the clubs. It is this routine that places you on the podium or not. Both gymnasts particularly good with the ribbon in the earlier round, qualifying that got them into the top 16. Amalia Lika, of course, is the reigning junior European championship with this apparatus. A most intriguing display from Amalia Lika of Romania, going for the bronze medal at this European Cup in the cross battles. This is a new exercise for her for 2025. The music is Golden Cage by Gabriel Saban and Sandia. She actually had a difficult time with the ribbon at the World Cup in Sofia a few weeks ago. And ribbon tends to be, in general, the lowest scoring of the 4 apparatus. It's just because the nature of the ribbon is such that you cannot do the same amount of difficulty that you can with, say, hoop or ball. Much to reflect upon for Amalia Lika as she takes in the competition in her first European Cup final. Well done to her for all that she has achieved. It's also going to be interesting to watch the first-year seniors with the ribbon. The requirement for the length of the ribbon in the junior competition is actually shorter. And so when you turn senior, all of a sudden you find yourself having to manipulate a longer ribbon. Now to the second contender in this cross battle. Representing Bulgaria, here is Dara Stoyanova.
Somos fichas de ajedrez en un juego de poder. Es necesario aprender a vivir en armonía, porque mientras unos mueren de hambre, y abúsate que se acaba el tiempo. ¡Suéltalo!
Mira bien, todo mal y todo está al revés. Tal vez no en segunda vez para mirar las rosas hojas de bien. Mira bien, y se abre solo bajo nuestros pies. Y caerás no importa dónde estés, sobre las ruinas de la torre de Babel. De nuestro plato ya no queda nada, no te hemos dado lo que tú esperabas. Roto el corazón a una sangre de dolor. Quiero transparente en el mundo entero. Mira bien, que se abre solo bajo nuestros pies. Y caerás no importa dónde estés, sobre las ruinas de la torre de Babel.
Oye, despierta.
That's a lovely way to finish for Dara Stoyanova, just 17 years old, competing at the European Cup in the senior division for the first time. And regardless of whether she finishes on the medal podium or not, she has had a phenomenal debut competition here. Lovely technique, brilliant ability to dance, and also convey a certain expression. Very stylish work. She has particularly good fouette pivots with her leg at horizontal. The gymnast can use them if they're able to do several at a time to build up quite a lot of difficulty. She does it well. And now some nervous moments for the two as they wait in the kiss and cry. Amalia Lika, her ribbon score, 25.699. The score for Stoyanova with the ribbon in qualification, 27.099. And once again, Dara Stoyanova has done it, 28.366. She is up from qualification, defeating Amalia Lika, who will finish 4th. And that is not bad at all for this young first-year senior. Well done to Dara Stoyanova, who takes home the bronze medal in the European Cup cross battles competition. And now all that remains is the small matter of who is going to win the gold. Who will be the European Cup champion in rhythmic gymnastics in the cross battles? We know the name of the gymnast, but we are not sure whether it will be Styliana Nikolova of Bulgaria or Maitel Mayan-Sumkin of Israel, but we are about to find out. Gymnasts being presented just now for the final battle of what has been a brilliant day of cross battles competition at the European Cup. The first contender, the eternal Styliana Nikolova of Bulgaria. She has gone first in every single round so far, and she has done tremendously well. She will meet Maitel Mayan-Sumkin, the newcomer from Israel, newcomer to the senior ranks only, already a junior European champion. And so we have the first and second place winners with the ribbon from the earlier apparatus finals. We could not ask for better to conclude this competition. This will be quite extraordinary. Maitel Mayan-Sumkin, her second place with the ribbon, came with a score of 29.366, second only to Nikolova, who scored 29.899. So with the title on the line, here is the reigning European Cup champion, Styliana Nikolova, with one of her best apparatus. This is a new routine for this year, and it is wonderful.
She may be the face I can't forget, a trace of pleasure or regret, maybe my treasure or the price I have to pay. She may be the song that summer sings, maybe the chill that autumn brings, maybe 100 different things within the measure of a day. I've got to be, the meaning of my life is she.
It is the sort of routine that wins championships. But will it be enough to win this championship here today? The question is open after this routine by Styliana Nikolova of Bulgaria. So much of it was absolutely great. There was just that one moment where she lost her composure, where she dropped the ribbon, where she incurs a deduction that is quite palpable. And among many other gymnasts in many other competitions, it might not matter. However, the margin between Nikolova and Maitel Mayan-Sumkin in the qualification, when both did extremely well with the ribbon, was very slight indeed. Less than half a point separated the two of them. There are first-year seniors who struggle a bit with the ribbon, but this is not one of them. Maitel Mayan-Sumkin of Israel is the reigning junior European champion with this apparatus. She's had a rainbow of medals here in Burgas already, including silver with the ribbon. A clean routine here just might give her the title over the reigning European champion.
Batida legal, עושים קרנבל, עפים לחלל, קל.
מתל אביב כמה הכל יפה לך, לא סתם אומרים יגס המחלבה ונוש, היום חוגגים כמו באמצע הפאבלה.
אצלנו אומרים שבסדר ואצלם אומרים שטודו טודו בואו, היי טודו טודו בואו, היי טודו טודו בואו, כל בסדר טודו בואו, טודו בואו, טודו בואו, פירים בואו. Leche, me dá samba.
Has she done enough? It's an extraordinary routine with the ribbon by Meitel Mayen-Sumkin of Israel. She is one of the most exciting young competitors on the international scene right now. And in the vernacular of the sport, often gymnasts talk about leaving it all on the floor. That is what she did. A brilliant effort with the ribbon by this Israeli gymnast, just 16 years old, already so accomplished. And this could be very close. Sumkin had one questionable catch where it looked like she needed about half a second just to right things with the ribbon before carrying it on. It's not a deduction that is as egregious as what we saw from Nikolova. But then again, she did have the slightly lower score in qualification. We will see. We will see. And it's quite telling that we just saw a samba routine from Sumkin. It indicates that she is thinking ahead, perhaps, to the World Championships in Rio de Janeiro later this season. There has been a flourishing of samba-themed, Brazilian-inspired routines. And it is Meitel Mayen-Sumkin who is the European Cup champion. She looks like she can hardly believe it. 29.0 her score compared to 27.866. The reigning champion, Stiliana Nikolova, will have the silver medal. Oh, what a moment for Meitel Mayen-Sumkin, 16 years old and the European Cup champion. It's a fantastic result with the ribbon. Commiseration to Stiliana Nikolova, who was so good with the hoop and the ball and the clubs and the ribbon. The difference was very small indeed. And with that, competition draws to a close here at the Rhythmic Gymnastics European Cup in Burgas. Need a moment to catch our breath there after such heart-palpitating anticipation and really what was in some ways a surprise finish. Just like we saw with the groups yesterday, Hungary coming in with the final routine and doing such an enormous job to win the title. For the individuals, it belongs to Meitel Mayansumkin of Israel, 16 and so promising. What a result. We will be bringing you the medal ceremonies momentarily, and so please do stay tuned. We'll also perhaps have some additional exhibition performances from young gymnasts here in Burgas, perhaps with ambitions to one day dance on the carpets like their heroes, the rhythmic gymnasts. Do stay with us. Medal ceremonies coming up.
Slow it down. तेरे संग यारा अख लड़ने लगी, अख लड़ लड़ के आगे बढ़ने लगी। एक तेरे संग यारा अख लड़ने लगी, अख लड़ लड़ के आगे बढ़ने लगी। ओ तेरे दिल के इशारे ये तो पढ़ने लगी, अख लड़ लड़ के आगे बढ़ने लगी। ओ मुंडा जिद पे अड़ा, ओ तेरे पीछे पड़ा। मेरे नाल कर ले जरा, दिल देना दिल लेना, दिल देना दिल लेना। है सौदा, है सौदा, है सौदा करा करा, है सौदा करा करा, है सौदा करा करा।
Oh my God. तुझे लगता खराब, मुझे लगता बुरा, सौदा इश्क़ दा जो है तेरा आ आ। ऐसे सेट तू ना हो, पर हाथ let me go, spoil करना तू मूड मेरा आ आ।
ओ दिल को तूने छुआ, ओ जब सेंटी हुआ, ओ दिल को तूने छुआ, जब सेंटी हुआ, मेरे नाल कर ले जरा। Plenty more, you're my hope for the night, oh. Give me more control, slow down for the night, oh. Let me know, that you're down for the vibe, and you're down for the vibe, oh. We don't say bye-bye, you can see my eyes, till the morning rise, oh. I believe by the light, your body be smiling, oh. Easier than I silo. You know, baby, I adore you, can't ignore you, can't ignore you. I need my soul and I'm out of control, I can't. I adore you, plenty more, you're my hope for the night. Give me more control, slow down for the night. Let me know, that you're down for the vibe. Are you down for the vibe? We don't say bye-bye. Baby, I adore you. She gon' keep pimping I'm a poco. Who you been and walking like water? She like Mona Lisa, oh my door, my door. You can see my eyes, and I'm on the rise, oh. I believe by the light, your body be smiling, oh. These are the nights I know. Cause you know, baby, I adore you, I adore you. Can't ignore you, can't ignore you. I need my soul in it. I'm out of control, I can't. I adore you, I adore you, baby, I adore you, I adore you. Can't ignore you, can't ignore you. I need my soul in it. I'm out of control, I can't. I adore you, I adore you, I do, I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. Cause you know, baby, I adore you, I adore you. Can't ignore you, can't ignore you. I need my soul in it. I'm out of control, I can't. I adore you, I adore you. I do. Tell you more, you're my hope for the night. Make me more control, slow down for the night. Let me know, put you down for the ride. Lay you down for the vibe, and I say bye-bye.
It is now time for the victory ceremony in the cross battles competition for individuals at the Rhythmic Gymnastics European Cup. How nice to see each gymnast being recognized individually. We will be seeing many of them again in just 2 weeks' time at the European Rhythmic Gymnastics Championships in Tallinn in Estonia. And given what we've seen here in Bulgaria, the level is going to be very high indeed. And among this group, there is so much promise and potential for the future, not just for the European Championships, but for other European Cup events, for World Cup events, for the World Championships. There's so much to take part in. The top 12 in the individual cross battles competition here at the Rhythmic Gymnastics European Cup, which has lit up the Black Sea city of Burgas this week. Really, it's nice to take a moment to recognize all of the officials and volunteers who have come together to make this event happen. So much goes on behind the scenes. And it is those people whom we don't necessarily see here out on the field of play who drive it all, who make sure that everyone is comfortable and looked after, and who help all of these athletes have the success that they have here. A moment of recognition for the quarterfinalists. Maria Avgusti, Vera Tugalukova, Lily Romanashto, and Karolina Havlikova. The gymnasts who finished 5th through 8th at this competition. Congratulations to them all. And these are the top 4 in the cross battles amongst the individuals at this European Cup. What a proud moment for all of them. 4th place to Amalia Lika of Romania, continuing what has been an exceptional senior debut year. The bronze medal to Dara Stoyanova of Bulgaria. What a breakout season she is having. The silver medal to a very familiar face, a fan favorite, someone who has come into 2025 with renewed vigor and dedication to her craft. That is Styliana Nikolova of Bulgaria. And the champion of them all, the winner of the cross battles, representing Israel, Maitel Mayen-Sumkin, just 16 years old and so promising. Didn't she just play it right with the ribbon, but also with the hoop, with the ball, and with the clubs? A phenomenal day of competition for the reigning junior European champion with the ball and the ribbon as she captures her first big senior title. The presentation party. First to step forward, Isabelle Decosio, a renowned rhythmic gymnastics judge from France. And in addition to the medals for the gold, silver, and bronze medalists comes a substantial monetary reward. All of this presented by cadets from Bulgarian naval academies. And we are not quite done with the prize giving yet. Here is something special with a particular flavor of Burgas and this competition. Never trust a pirate to present a cup. Ah, there we go. It is the European Cup itself, and it is bestowed upon Maitel Mayen-Sumkin of Israel. A formidable young competitor, incredibly poised in all of her performances. She lifts the trophy high. There you have it, the winners of this European Cup in the cross battles competition, and now the national anthem of Israel. The final podium in the European Cup cross battles competition. Bronze to Dara Stoyanova of Bulgaria, silver to Stiliana Nikolova of Bulgaria, and gold to Maitel Mayansumkin of Israel. And a most honorable fourth place to Amalia Lika of Romania. This concludes what has been a fantastic week of competition here in Burgas. It has had everything that you could possibly want from a rhythmic gymnastics championship. And there is still more to come. This is the last stop before the European Championships in Tallinn in just 2 weeks' time. We certainly hope you have enjoyed the broadcast and look forward to seeing you again in Tallinn. So long for now from Bulgaria and the European Cup.